Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Ness. Today I'm going to do a yoga session focusing on our arms. At the end I'll do a tricep stretch, which you might need a strap for. I've got a strap here. If you don't have a yoga strap, you could use a belt, a towel or a scarf. Okay, so today we're starting sitting with our legs crossed, spine long, shoulders down away from the ears. Nice big inhale into the chest and exhale, release. Taking the left hand down to your side, inhale, reaching the right arm up, and exhale, reaching over to the left, keeping the spine long, chest open. One more inhale, and exhale, releasing that hand down to your side, and inhale, lifting the left arm up, and exhale, reaching over to the right. Again, keeping chest open, spine long. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Inhale, lifting the right arm, and exhale, take the hand to the opposite knee, left hand behind you, twisting to look over the left shoulder. So drawing the navel in towards the spine as you twist. Spine is long, shoulders down away from the ears. And release. And inhale, lifting the left arm. And exhale, take the hand to the opposite knee, right hand behind you as you twist to look over the right shoulder. Again, drawing the navel in towards the spine as you twist. Spine is long, shoulders down away from the ears. And release. Interlacing your fingers, pushing the palms out in front, and on an inhale, reaching the arms up. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Then we're going to interlace the hands behind your back, and on an inhale, open the chest, reach the arms back, dropping the shoulders, drawing the shoulders blades together behind you. And slowly release. Okay, coming into reverse prayer pose. So taking the hands behind you, see if you can reach the fingers together. If you can, pushing the palms together, drawing the shoulder blades together, dropping the shoulders. Okay, if you can't push your palms together, that's fine. Maybe as an alternative, just grab opposite elbows and again, rolling the shoulders back. And then release. Okay, coming into a cactus pose. We're going to inhale, reaching both arms up, and then exhale, taking the elbows out to the sides, 90 degrees, palms facing in, dropping the shoulders, open the chest. And inhale, reaching up, and exhale, releasing the arms. Then walking the hands out in front of you. Inhale to open the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, taking the chest forward, maybe taking the elbows down to the floor. And walking the hands back up, then taking the hands behind you with fingers facing forward, and inhale, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, looking up. And slowly release. Okay, coming to tabletop. So onto hands and knees, onto all fours. Shoulders are above the wrists and hips above the knees, and loosening up the spine with cat-cow. So on an inhale, dropping the belly, opening the chest, looking up. And exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Again, inhale, expanding the chest, looking up. And exhale, rounding the spine, drawing the navel in towards the spine. And again, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And back to a neutral spine. We'll do thread the needle. So on an inhale, lifting the right arm, looking up towards your hand. And exhale. exhale, thread it under the left arm, taking your right shoulder and your head down to the mat. And pushing into the left palm to bring yourself back up. And we'll do the same on the other side. So inhale, lifting the left arm, looking up. And exhale, thread it under the right arm, taking your left shoulder and your head down to the mat. And pushing into the right palm to bring yourself back up. We are going to come into a plank pose. So palms pushing firmly down on the mat. Tuck the toes under, straightening the legs. So rolling the shoulders back here. Nice long spine, strong core. If you need to drop to your knees, that's fine. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and dropping the knees. Okay, well done. Now we're going to come into a side plank. So onto your right hand, rolling onto the right edge of the foot, and lifting the left arm up, keeping the hips high. If you need to drop down onto your right knee, that's fine. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. So now on your left hand, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, lifting the right arm up to the ceiling, keeping the hips high. If you need to drop down to your left knee, that's fine. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, coming into child's pose. Taking the knees apart, sitting the hips back down, all the way down to the heels, taking the head down to the mat, and reaching the arms out in front. And you might want to drop your elbows down on the mat here, roll out the wrists. Okay, and coming back up. This time we're going to work on our Chaturanga. So starting in plank, rolling the shoulders back. Okay, so for our Chaturanga, it's like half a push-up. So first, we come forward on the toes, like this. Come forward as far as you can before bending the elbows with the elbows tucked into the sides, the shoulders are rolled back, and we stop halfway down. The elbow should be at 90 degrees here. Drop to your knees if you need to. If you can, hold. And then releasing the knees to the mat. Okay, well done. Now we're going to do Chaturanga push-ups. So starting in plank, coming down to Chaturanga, which is halfway down, and then going back up to your plank position. Okay, you can do these on your knees if you like to, which is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to start on my knees. If you want to come into a full plank, that's fine. Okay, so from here, we're coming forward and bending the elbows, coming down to Chaturanga with the shoulders rolled back, and then coming back up to plank. Okay, and again, Chaturanga to halfway down, and back up to plank. And number 3, bending the elbows, elbows are tucked into your sides, Chaturanga, back up to plank. And number 4, coming down to Chaturanga, back up to plank. And last one, bending the elbows, Chaturanga, it's halfway down, and back up to plank. Okay, well done. That's hard even on your knees. We're going to come into a child's pose, taking the knees apart, sitting the hips all the way back, taking the head down to the mat, and reaching the arms out in front. Again, you can drop your elbows down to the mat and roll the wrists out. Okay, coming into tabletop, we're going to come into downward dog. So tucking the toes under, start to lift the knees, take the chest towards the thighs, slowly lifting the hips. Coming into down dog, it's our upside down V shape. Spine is long, heels are heavy. If your hamstrings are tight, you can keep your knees bent a little bit, sending the hips up to the ceiling. Okay, we're going to come into a revolved down dog. Okay, if you don't want to try revolved down dog, you can stay in your ordinary down dog. Otherwise, taking the right hand to the outside of the left shin. And we're twisting to the left. Pushing firmly down into that left hand. And then releasing the right hand back to down dog. Okay, well done. We're going to do the same on the other side. So taking the left hand to the outside of the right shin and twisting to the right, looking to the right, pushing firmly down into that right hand. And then releasing the left hand back to down dog. And bend the knees, looking forward. We're going to step the right foot all the way forward. And we're going to come into a warrior two. So dropping the left heel down on the mat, we're going to windmill the arms up into warrior two. Okay, so warrior two, we've got that right knee pointing in the direction of the right toes. Make sure that knee is open and not sinking into the left like this. Spine is long, chest open. Okay, here in our warrior two, we're going to do 10 slow arm circles backwards. So 10, 9, very small circles, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, sink down a little bit into that front knee. And then we'll do 10 slow circles forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, well done. Taking the hands to the hips, we're going to turn to the left. We're going to come into temple pose. So taking the feet out at 45-degree angles, we're going to bend the knees pointing in the same direction as the toes, so make sure the knees are open here. Then we're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale to cactus. So taking the elbows out to the sides, 90 degrees, palms are facing in. Chest open, spine long. And releasing hands to the hips. Okay, we're going to turn the left foot out to the left. We're going to come into warrior two on the other side. So the left knee sinking down to 90 degrees, left knee pointing in the same direction as the left toes, and the right heel's on the mat with the right leg straight. Taking the hands out to the sides, chest open, spine long, and we're going to do 10 slow arm circles backwards. 10, 9, 8, nice small circles, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sink that left knee down a little bit deeper, and then we'll do 10 slow circles forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take hands to the hips. We're going to turn to the right. This time, both feet forwards, parallel, and we're going to come into a wide leg forward fold. So bending forward at the hips. You can bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Reaching the hands down towards the mat, or maybe grabbing opposite elbows and hanging forwards. And taking the hands to the hips, slowly rolling back up to standing. Okay, we're going to come to sitting down on your mat. So sitting down with the knees bent, feet on the mat, taking the hands behind you, fingers facing forward. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So on an inhale, we're lifting the hips, rolling the shoulders back, looking up at the ceiling. So we're pushing the feet firmly down into the mat here, keeping the hips high. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Okay, well done. We'll come into reverse plank next. If you like, you can stick with your reverse tabletop. Otherwise, stretching the legs out this time, pointing the toes. Again, taking the hands behind you with fingers facing forward. And we're going to inhale, lifting the hips, rolling the shoulders back, looking up at the ceiling. One more inhale, and exhale, release. Okay, well done. Bending the knees again. Again, hands behind you on the mat, fingers facing forward. This time we're going to do some tricep dips. So this time we're lifting the hips just a little bit. We're not lifting the hips all the way up like a reverse tabletop. We're just slightly pushing into the hands, lifting the bottom of the mat. And then we're going to bend the elbows and straighten. And bend the elbows, that's 2, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten, and bend, and straighten. 2 more, bend, and straighten, and last one, bend, and straighten. Okay, releasing back down to the mat. Okay, well done. Coming to sitting with your legs crossed. And coming into a deltoid stretch. We're going to take the right arm across your body, gently pushing on the upper arm with your left hand. And then bending that right arm, sending the right hand over your shoulder, gently pushing on the elbow. And release. We'll swap sides, taking the left hand across your body, gently pushing on the upper arm with your right hand. And bending that left elbow, sending the left hand over the shoulder, gently pushing on the elbow. And release. Coming into eagle arms, you're going to take the left elbow underneath, stacking the right elbow on top. Okay, now either touching the back of the palms together or wrapping the hands round each other, and then lifting the elbows, if you can, in line with your chin. And slowly release. We'll switch sides, taking the right elbow under, left elbow on top, either touching the back of the hands together or wrapping the hands around each other, and then lifting the elbows, if you can, in line with your chin. And slowly release. Coming into a tricep stretch, this is where you may want your strap. So we'll start by lifting the right arm, and then bending the right elbow, gently pushing on that elbow with the other hand, walking the fingers down the spine, and then taking your left hand under, behind your back. See if you can reach your fingers, and if not, you can use your strap, holding your strap in each hand, keeping the spine long and chest open. And slowly release. We'll switch sides. So reaching the left arm up and then bending the left elbow, gently pushing on the elbow with the other hand, walking the fingers down the spine, and then taking your right hand down behind your back. See if you can reach your fingers, if not using your strap, keeping the spine long and chest open. And slowly release. Okay, spine long, shoulders down away from the ears. Going to close our eyes and take a few deep breaths here, breathing into the belly. Keeping the chest still. Breathing into the belly, filling the belly like a balloon. And exhale, drawing the navel in towards the spine. And last one, inhale into the belly. And exhale, release. And opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it.